Hi guys, welcome. Okay, I'm here for the first live of the day. Avery's watching Everybody Loves Raymond, so the TV is on. Let me pull it up on here. There we go. TV, love. The cards go over sideways. All right. Could have some adventurous times coming in. Being prepared for adventurous times with the soulmate connection coming in. Things could change for you quickly, even overnight. Leaving past regret in the past and moving forward. Justice card is here. There could be time that you're spending with a Libra, or this could also be karma catching up, good karma on your side. Six of Swords. Possibly taking a trip to water, by water, or around water. You got a couple of different signs around you. You got water signs, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You also have a Libra, and then there's the fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. There's also a Pisces here. So the water sign may be a Pisces, or this could be somebody else. There could be a water sign, but then also a Pisces. So you're going to have a couple of different options coming up. But it looks like adventurous times and doing things, so I'm not sure how soon that's going to be. Depends where you live and what your lockdown is like. This is definitely a very bizarre year. Stephanie, how is T feeling about me? He feels that you're balanced, down to earth, well-grounded, kind, argumentative, nurturing, intelligent, intuitive, and attractive. T. Yvette. General for me in the Sag. You've got the moon here and the high priestess, so use your intuition when you deal with this person because your intuition is spot on. Ace of Wands, there's possibility for passion to come in. There's also a possibility for a spiritual relationship to either develop or a spiritual practice to become important to the two of you. You may find that you bond together over taking yoga classes or doing meditation or whatever it is, something that you both would get a lot out of, and it would be a spiritual practice. Your relationship can move forward quickly. You have the Eight of Wands. It could change overnight for the better. Feeling a little bit more balanced. So I'm not seeing a lot of love cards here right now, but that's okay. It's like spending time together, feeling like things are a little bit more balanced and things moving forward. And also connecting on a spiritual level. New chapter. How does George feel about the text that I sent him last night? What can I expect from him? He's mad. There's arguments. Five of Swords energy is arguments. But then you have the Eight of Pentacles, which means that after the argument, he should start putting in a little bit more effort. And then there could be passion with the Ace of Wands. But the Death card is in reverse, which means that things are not transforming or moving forward the way you want them to. But then you have some justice that comes in and good karma. So you could be going through a little bit of a roller coaster over the next week or so. Let's see what happens. Chloe. Mark's current plans towards me or anything. He's feeling right now like he's got decisions to make around choices he has. Two of Swords and the Seven of Cups. Decisions around choices. So communication may be coming in soon. You have the Ace of Cups, which could be a new beginning or a new offering in love. But the Queen of Swords is here, which could be a couple of things. The Queen of Swords, if I were to relate it to like the playing cards, would be the Queen of Spades, which to me is a third party or another woman. So I don't know if he's involved with somebody else. If he is, this could be the issue. If not, it could just be swords energy, which is like bitchy energy, or two people not always being on the same page. But at least what we have here is communication and choices coming in, so it's a start. We got to see what's going to happen next. I don't think he's got any plans specifically. Like when people ask that question, like plans or intentions, you know, it's not like somebody sits down and writes out, you know, I'm going to call on Tuesday and we're going to go out to dinner on Wednesday. So most of the time people don't know what they have planned. Like they don't really have anything planned. They just kind of like go with it. And I think that with him, the next thing is going to be communication. Communication should pick up. But I'm kind of hesitant on which way it's going to go. You got the cups on one hand, but you also have the swords. So we kind of have to see the way it's going to play out. Stephanie, I wished him a happy birthday and he didn't reply. Why? Ace of Swords. He feels like this is what's going on. He's got the Three of Swords, the Knight of Swords, but also the Ace of Cups and the Fool in reverse. So for him, he's like, you're arguing with me, you're arguing with me, you're fighting with me, you're fighting with me, and then all of a sudden you wish me a happy birthday. It's not, he's feeling like he doesn't know what your plan is, why you're doing this. He feels like you're giving him a really hard time, but then you wish him a happy birthday. You're telling him like to go to hell, but then you really want him to come forward. And he's like he's just like backing away. He's like, I'm not dealing with this right now. The only thing here to me that's a danger is the Fool in reverse, because when this happens, it's like there's no coming back from this. This is something that you can't take back, Fool in reverse. It's saying something or doing something that is irreversible. So this is the only, I mean, everything else here, the heartbreak, him coming in out of the blue, you're going to hear from him again. I'm not worried about that. But he's kind of feeling like, what does she want from me? She's torturing me on one hand, and then she's wishing me a happy birthday on the next. Like, it either accept my apology and let's move on, or leave me alone. Like, that's how he's feeling. Like, what else am I supposed to do? When meanwhile, he's the one that created all this, so it's his fault, not yours. But like these guys think like, see, guys, the way they think, it's very like black and white, where women aren't black and white. Women are like all over the place. And women tend to use a lot of manipulation tactics without realizing that that's what they're doing. Like, to say something to somebody that you don't mean, hoping for a different result, is manipulation. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I hear that all the time. Like, I told him to go out with his friends because I wanted him to tell me that he would rather be with me. Well, you're manipulating the situation. When you tell a guy to go out with their friends, they're very black and white. So they're like, okay, I'll go out with my friends. You know what I mean? So he's like, the way his thinking is like, okay, this is black and this is white. She's mad at me. Oh no, now she's wishing me a happy birthday. So what is going on here? Are you mad at me or are you not mad at me? That's where women don't think the way men do. Like, men are just like, they think one way. They're just different beings altogether. Ida. Will Pedram eventually put more effort to get to know me? I'm the one who messages first mostly. Okay. If you're mostly messaging, I would tell you to withdraw your energy a little bit, because the relationship is going to go out of balance. You know, it's like scales. If you keep putting something on one side, eventually it's going to go like this. And when this happens, now this person's got a lot more power. So they kind of become like the rock star on the stage and you become like the groupie. So you want to bring things back into balance so it can kind of, be equal. So right now, I would say pull your energy back. Disappear for a little bit. If you disappear for a little bit, he'll take notice and he'll come forward a little bit more. As long as you're doing the work, he's going to continue to let you do the work. So pull back your energy if you want to see him step forward a little bit more. Otherwise, it's going to become like a cat and mouse kind of thing where you're chasing, and he'll gets back to you when he feels like it. Like there's little value when somebody, like he's expecting to hear from you. He knows he's going to hear from you. Yeah, I would pull your energy way back. At least for a couple of days, and let's see what happens. Elizabeth, general for love and career for next month. You may be feeling like you have a long road ahead of you when it comes to love. Things may be a little bit slow, Knight of Pentacles. But if you're under lockdown, that's, you know, how else are you supposed to feel? You can't really do too much. The Eight of Cups is in reverse, which may be backing away from a situation that's not working for you, but it's backing away slowly. It's like not like sounding the alarm, hey, I'm leaving. This is kind of like stepping back. It also looks like somebody around you may be feeling like a little bit hurt or betrayed by you. It's in reverse. It's not the biggest deal, but somebody has taken notice. It may have been somebody that you were dating or somebody who was around the picture. Right now, you got a fire sign around you, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. You also have a Libra. You've got an Aquarius here, and you also have a Virgo. You might be feeling like you're holding yourself back a little bit when it comes to work or career. You're going to have lots of choices coming up, but that may be a little bit further into the future. And you're persevering when it comes to work and career. You're going to have options, Six of Pentacles. You should get something that either makes you feel like you're a little bit more appreciated or being better compensated, making more money. But there's definitely going to be choices around love and money, which is good. I mean, it's good not to feel like you don't have any choice. Sepia, general love. Knight of Pentacles. It could be an earth sign coming in, Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo. That card in particular to me feels like a Taurus. But it's also slow moving. Things are moving forward slowly. You do have a Virgo here as well. Maybe it's a Virgo, or maybe it's two different people. But either way, it's a slow mover. Feeling like you're leaving things in the past that are no longer working for you. Moving forward to something that maybe this person may come in out of the blue when you least expect it. And it may be really fresh. Lovers is here. It could be a soulmate relationship that's very passionate. Six of Swords could be also referencing leaving things in the past that don't work for you. But if that's not it, it could be a little trip around water. This card can go several ways, but because the overall feel of this reading is walking away from things that aren't working, Six of Swords may kind of echo that. L, general message. You've got cause for celebration coming up, Three of Cups. You also have the Strength here. And the Judgment card, which would be being at the right place at the right time. If you're not with anyone right now, you could have a Leo stepping forward. If you are with someone right now, your current relationship would be strengthening. If you're not with anyone, somebody comes in out of the blue with the Page of Swords. And it may be something that you could meet them either at a spiritual practice or at some kind of a creative hobby that you may pick up if you don't already have already. Soon your life is coming into a little bit more balance where you have things kind of working in tandem with one another and coming into a little bit more of a peaceful time. Maybe midsummer that happens. Lovers card. Lovers and the Ace of Wands. Soulmate relationships should get very passionate sometime this summer.
Before you take anything, I recommend applying topical relievers first. Salon Pass Therapy Patch blocks pain receptors for effective non-addictive
Sepia general career.
patch, roll-on, or cream.
That's success coming in around career. That's the first card. It also looks like when it comes to your career, you're leaving regret in the past. If you feel like you made poor choices or maybe you didn't move forward fast enough, that's moving into the past. Coming to a time where you're much more financially stable, feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain, and when it comes to career, you could have a couple of opportunities coming up. Slow and steady with the Knight of Pentacles, but Page of Pentacles can be a new idea, a new business idea, a new job idea, some kind of a new opportunity. The Eight of Cups is all around you, which means you're leaving things in the past for sure that are not working. Five of Pentacles in reverse along with the Justice card would indicate paying off a bill or something that's been hanging over your head, feeling relief and good karma coming in around jobs or career. Choices, Seven of Cups. There's definitely going to be choices in the near future as to which direction you take your career or professional life in. Crystal, when will I hear from Christopher again? We had an argument yesterday. Oh, it could be within the next 2 days or so. Stephanie, will he reach out or no? Why is he holding back? He's going to reach out. He's holding back because he feels like he doesn't know what you want from him. He's like, I've apologized. She's mad at me. We have a big fight. He doesn't know what to do. So he's like, I'm not dealing with this right now. That's his attitude. Like, I'm not dealing with this right now. He'll reach out again. He doesn't want to keep having an argument. So it's like at the point now, it's either you have to forgive him and move forward or you have to let it go. But to keep rehashing it, it's not, you're not going to get anywhere with him. I don't know what he's saying to you, but he's either sticking to his story and sticking to his guns about what happened that night, or he's lying about it or whatever. But it's like, it's either forget about what happened and move forward or forget about being with him. So that's a decision that you have to make, because right now he's feeling like, what else am I going to do? Like, what else do I need to do to either fix it or forget about it? Like, we can't keep arguing it forever. And he's not telling you the truth. He's not coming clean. There's something about it that's very fishy. But he doesn't know what else to do. You know what I mean? Like, he's either like, okay, either we're going to fucking fight about this again, or forget about it, or leave me alone. Like, that's, like, he doesn't know, like, how long are we going to drag this out for? It's been a couple of weeks now. He doesn't realize that this is his fault. But even still, the decision now comes down to you. What do you want from him? I don't trust what he says when he's drinking. Even if he was sober, I wouldn't really trust him. And he knows that he's got you where he wants you. And that's why he's not fighting really hard, because he knows that you're still there. So it's up to you what you want to do with this situation. You want to get back into it, then forgive him and go back to the way things were. But in a situation like this, you can't change him, you can only change yourself. So it's up to you to decide what you want to do with him moving forward. He'll reach out again, that's not an issue. Beautiful one, general for June.
I was wondering if you could put up my storm windows for me, because lately I've been getting a chill while I'm doing my morning calisthenics.
June should move forward nicely. Well, the Chariot could be, life starts to move forward fast. Like, who knows, maybe you're coming out of lockdown wherever you are, or this could be taking a road trip. Out of the blue, if you're not dating anyone, you have a soulmate relationship showing up. Even if the relationship doesn't start in June, the person should show up in June, and they could be a Virgo. You may be feeling a little bit like you've been stuck in the mud, but that's going to change. Moving forward, things start to pick up. You have some money around you. 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. Nice financial stuff happening in the month of June throughout the summer. There's a water sign around you, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer if you're not with anyone. And you may have some choices as to a future partner if you're not with anyone. If you are with someone now, current relationship moves forward or rekindles, or you go on a nice vacation, it's something that's memorable. The Chariot could be taking a road trip somewhere. And success. June feels like a successful month. This thing is not gonna reload. Stupid. When I refresh it, the first person I have here is new chapter, so I don't know if anybody was before new chapter that I'm skipping. What will George's actions towards me be when I hear from him? He's going to want to see you. He's prepared to see you in person. Communication picks up, and then he's going to want to see you in person. And then your relationship resumes to wherever it was. Yeah, right, Mel. It's like you can't change what somebody else's behavior is. So you either have to decide it's okay with you and just continue, or you have to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's up to you to decide. When you've had enough, that's when you'll move forward. Afia. How is Linford since the argument, and what's next for us? Okay. That was Linford since the argument. The devil is here. He may be indulging in some kind of earthly pleasures since that argument. And he also has the double-edged sword here. He could be sharp with his words. There's also arguments here. Whatever went on really left a mark on him. And he's pulling his energy back. So if you want to hear from him, I may suggest that you reach out to him. Otherwise, it could be a little while. He looks like he's genuinely upset by this, by whatever it is that happened. Wavy, what does my ex want? Is he only coming back because they broke up and he's hurting, or is it legit? Is he legit? I'm only getting right now 33% chance that he's legit. However, he is slow and steady. It is going to be slow and steady. So you may want to give it a little bit of time before you make your final decision around this guy. You know, it's like sometimes like one thing triggers the next thing. So he may have gone through hell with somebody, which made him realize that he wants to be back with you. But it also sometimes is we tend to look back with rose-colored glasses after we've gotten some distance. So the slow and steady wins the race with the Knight of Pentacles is okay with me because I feel like you should take time. I can't tell you right now he's 100% legit. However, I don't think his intentions are bad. I think he thinks that this is what he really wants. You know, it's like when you look back on something and you're only really remembering the good parts of it, you're not really remembering everything that went down. And kind of like, I hate to say it like this, but you ever have like there was a time in our lives where there was a number of people passed away quickly, one right after the other. My ex-boyfriend and I, there was a situation where somebody had passed away, and the people that were coming to the wake, like the things that they were saying, like granted they were hurting, right? We get that, but they were not remembering the relationship that they had with him correctly. And me, not being super close to this person, the person that passed away, knew how he really felt about these specific people that were, and I'm like, it's funny that, you're not remembering exactly what really happened. So I think that that's where he is right now. Like, he's longing to be back to the good parts of your relationship. So that intention is legitimate. But I'm not so sure that if the two of you got back together, it would go back to the way it was. It's like the hurting is triggering that. And he feels legitimate right now. But if he didn't hear from you for 3 months and he got over this, he may not feel the same. So that's why I'm like, be careful. And I think with the Knight of Pentacles, you'll be okay. Josette, how is Dre feeling about our time together this morning? Okay. He's feeling, well, first it's like unsuccessful with the Six of Wands, but then the Knight of Pentacles is like in reverse, is like things moving forward quickly, and he's got the Ace of Swords. So he's feeling both sides of the sword. He's feeling good on one hand, but argumentative on the other. I don't know what went on this morning, but he's kind of undecided about the way he feels, to be honest. Cece, do you see me getting my own apartment next year? Okay. You got a 70% chance, yes, you will get an apartment sometime next year. Let me just check on her for a sec. Fell asleep. Fell asleep in the swing. Ashmita, how is RJ feeling about me today? Feels that you're down to earth and well-grounded, but also feels that you have a soft emotional side that's loving and kind. Thinks that you're very well prepared, you're very successful, well-balanced, lucky, kind, loving, and attractive. Ashmisa, will I get the recognition award from work? Okay. Get the recognition award from work. At this point, I'm only getting a 33% chance you're going to get that award. But the Nine of Pentacles is here, which is pretty positive. So they may be undecided. You may be one of the people that is in the, they're going to have to choose between. But I'm not getting a strong enough yes for me to go with yes at this point. I would say it's a possibility, but maybe a 70% chance possibility at this point with one ace and the Nine of Pentacles. Cece, will my family support my move next year? Okay, let's see.
You're set to 72 degrees. Optimum spawning temperature.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
What's that?
San,
What'd you get?
general love. If you aren't with anyone right now, you've got a couple of people coming in. You have a Pisces coming in. That you have a creative type. There's a Pisces here. There's also a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. But there could be two people. One of them may be very creative. They could be an artist or do something in the art field. They're going to be very persistent, and you'll feel like you made it to the top of the mountain. The relationship could be built on solid ground, and you'll be prepared to move forward, but it maybe not right away. The Empress is here, which is excellent when it comes to love relationships. Just watch out if you don't want children, because it's the card of birth, fertility, money, abundance, prosperity. Also, your children, so watch out. But all in all, you should have a choice between at least two people, one being very creative. And either way, I don't think that you dive in head first. I think it even may be the kind of thing, and I really think that these relationships function better in the long run. That you may not be so sure that you like this person in the beginning, and you may kind of like, you know, stick your foot in and kind of feel it a little bit, and then like pull your foot out, which I think is good, because what I've noticed in the past, people that are not head over heels falling all over the person, those relationships tend to last the test of time. So if that happens, I would take it as a good omen.
But what do you mean? You have a plan. Oh, that's on the road yet. You're still trying to, jump enough money together. We don't have our own house. That's all over the pod.
T. Yvette, Sagittarius thoughts of me after meeting me last night. First card that comes up is the Lovers. And also Knight of Pentacles in reverse, which would be wanting to move forward quickly. The Star, you have a wish, put it out into the universe, and this relationship can get very passionate. Kira, what kind of baby shower do you see me having? Temperance. Temperance and the Empress. It would probably not be very extravagant, but it would be like you get what you need, that kind of thing. Peaceful, down to earth, easy. Like Temperance is like, it wouldn't be something that would be a crazy hard thing to put together. It would be something that would be a little bit more laid back and easygoing. But the Empress, you would get a lot of nice gifts and maybe even a lot of money. San, what to expect for next week?
She's still there. I can hear her voice. I can hear her voice.
Next week should feel a little bit more balanced. There also should be some strength that comes in next week. Feeling a little bit more respected, especially when it comes to work or a work relationship. 9 of Cups, you got a wish that comes in next week. Put it out into the universe. It should be pretty decent.
When you start with a better contact from us, from all no way to treat a dog. You can do no wrong.
Where did you learn that?
Cece, what does the universe want me to... Wait. Why does the universe want me to move out next year? The universe doesn't want you to do anything. You're the one that makes the decisions as to what you want to do. The way the questions, like when you ask a question, it's like if it's a good time, if it's not a good time. But free will always trumps everything. So you could decide that you don't want to move out. The universe doesn't tell you what to do. The universe is a guide. It can open up possibilities, but it doesn't decide anything for us, and it doesn't want us to do anything. It's your choice. Like, do I want to go to school or don't I want to go to school? The universe could present the opportunity, but there is nothing that makes, it's like you have free will to decide whether or not you want to go to school or not. So same thing with moving out. If you want to move out next year, the opportunity will be there. If you don't want, then free will can make you stay where you are. Same thing, like people will be like, well, who does spirit want me to be with? Spirit doesn't choose your partners. You do. You choose how you want to navigate through life. Some people decide they don't want to go back to school. Some people decide they want to continue with school later in life. It's not for the universe or anybody else to decide. It's your free will. So if it's something that you want, you put your mind to it and you make it happen. The opportunity is there for next year. But if you don't want it to happen, then the opportunity is still there. You just choose not to do it. So it comes down to you. Everything in this life, the way that I've been told, is that you have a choice with everything except the time that you're born and the time that you die. That's how I was taught. Otherwise, everything else comes down to free will. So if somebody comes and asks you for a date, you can say no. And if you really like that person, you can still say no. And then they could ask again. You know what I mean? Or they could forget about it and they could ask somebody else. It has nothing to do with what something else, some other force wants for you. It's always about what you want. You're in control of that. Sweet things. Kenneth want more kids with me. You know, I'm gonna go with no, only because I'm going to ask the cards, but I'm going to preface it with this. It's very rare for me to come across a man that really is burning to have children. It's just not that common. I mean, I've known men that they want children or they think about children in the future, but most guys that I have read for, and even men that I've known personally, don't have that burning desire to have children. That's a female thing. And I think it comes down to like biological makeup. I have plenty of friends that are women that do not want children. I mean, I have a friend that said to me, she goes, I wouldn't want a kid if it was chasing me down the street. That's just how she feels. And I think that that's fine. But I think that the desire and the longing and the need for children is much more a woman thing than it is a man thing. Especially if a man has gotten to a certain age and he's already had kids. It's hard. I don't think I've ever heard a man say, you know what, I'd like to start all over and have another child. Never. It's just, I believe that it's a chemical thing, and it's the way that we're programmed as animals. That women want children and men, men want sex, but that's like a biological thing. So I hate to say it because I think it's like a societal thing that we have been brought up to think that the woman's got to be the fairy princess and Prince Charming has to show up and give her everything she wants. And then, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's true. I think it's like the way society has made us think, which I also think sets us up for failure. But let's see. Yes, yeah, I only get a 33% chance that he would want more children, which to me would be like, if it happened, he would be okay with it. But I don't think it would be something that he would want, especially if he already has kids. Emily, who's coming towards me in love? New energy. Okay, let's see. You have a couple of new people. Here's love. You got a Taurus coming in, a Sagittarius, and a Cancer. They're all possible new love energies that come in. Now, let me tell you something. These people could also be people that you wouldn't look at sideways, but they're still coming in. So sometimes a question like that can be sort of loaded, because you could walk down the street, and here we go again with men. They're attracted to women, and they may be interested, but you may be like, ew. But there's still opportunity coming in. Cancer, Taurus, and Sagittarius. And it's new with the Ace of Cups. Cece, will my finances improve this year? I'm on a budget. Yes, they should improve pretty dramatically with the Judgment card. Henna, when will I meet someone? The Ace of Diamonds could be a couple of things. The Ace could be the beginning of any month or any season. So it could be the beginning of June. It could also be the beginning of the summer. The Diamonds would be the winter. So you have a couple of like windows of time. I would say that if it doesn't happen at the beginning of June or it doesn't happen at the beginning of the summer, then it wouldn't happen until sometime this winter. Cece, do you see me working from home for the rest of the year? Okay. You got only a 33% chance at this point that you work from home for the rest of the year. So it may be something where like you have to go in half the time, or I know a lot of companies are trying to do that, 50%. 50% of the people come in 3 days a week and then they switch. So maybe something like that. I don't think that you're going to be working from home indefinitely for the rest of the year. Emma, is there potential for Em and I to grow closer and be friends? Yes, you got a 70% chance that you guys have a friendship. Jack, welcome. What does Olivia find attractive about me? I feel like I've read this question before. She finds your work ethic attractive. She thinks that you're spontaneous, carefree, intuitive, down to earth, likable, friendly, and intelligent. Kira, what will happen between Leroy and I for the next 7 days? Okay. There's indecision. All right, there's a couple of things that happen here. So indecision, then feeling a little bit more respected. Then you may be feeling a little bit betrayed. And then you may have an argument with him. But then with the judgment card, things go back to being good. So it's going to be up and down. It's going to be up and down over the next few days. Taesha. Love reading. Okay. Ooh, you're going to have choices. 7 of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Choices around love. There may be a creative type, maybe a Pisces around you. Watch out that you don't find yourself in a love triangle or a third-party situation. 3 of Cups indicates there's just a third-party situation around. There's also an earth sign around you, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. You're going to have opportunities here. You also have a Libra and an Aries that showed up. And life could get very hectic and busy over the next couple of weeks, but I think that it's healthy for you to have a lot of different people around you so that you can make your choice. I'm okay with that. If you find yourself in a third-party situation, but you're the center of the triangle, I'm okay with that too. So I would explore a little bit when these people show up. Ida, will there be a commitment between me and Petra? And if so, when?
using heavy, overwhelming scents? Try the Breeze One. It eliminates odors with no heavy perfumes, so you can feel good while using it in home now. For a light, natural scent of freshness, try the Breeze One.
70% chance that you can get a commitment sometime this summer.
Maximum protection.
Leaf filter on a never-ending journey to end gutter cleaning forever. Whoa! Way too dangerous, Bill.
Wait,
Too close, Melissa. Leaf filter
I lost my spot.
is the nation's #1 rated gutter protection system.
Oh, all right. Miss Ronnie, what's going on with Sag currently? He's got high hopes for changing his life for the better. He's got the 8 of Wands here, which is life changes for the better quick overnight. He's got the world at his feet. He's putting wishes out into the universe, and there's cause for celebration around him. If he had things, like, I know this is an ex of yours, if there were things in the relationship that were like negative or negative behaviors, or he had shitty things that he did, there's karma here coming in. He's trying to like clean up his act or stay on the right track or do the right thing. I mean, he's trying. He really is. Lydia. Oh, thank you. I told Mac that I don't want to be friends and that I'm moving on. Is this the end? No, it's definitely not the end. No, it's not the end. No. No. He's going to show up again at some point. Sandy, what's coming towards me? But it's good that you tell him how you feel. I think that that's good, because a lot of times people are afraid to express their true emotions.
After she gets a new pregnant, I'll go back to being number 4.
Okay, oh, you got a soulmate relationship coming in. You also have the happy home coming in. Perseverance. So if you're not with anyone right now, you got a fire sign coming in, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Maybe undecided about them in the beginning, but that's okay. They may come in with some money. Empress is here. Money, fertility, abundance. Be careful if you don't want children. The Strength card is around you. And also, slow and steady wins the race. So if you're not with anyone right now and this new person's coming in, you legitimately may not know what you think about them when they show up. That's okay. Take it slow and steady, and we'll see what happens.
We should have just kicked them out.
I can't even do this for 15 minutes.
You know, I'm really easy about a lot of things, but it really grinds my gears when people lie, especially about like donating through PayPal or changing their names and asking the same question, because it's not fair to skip the line. Like, there are some people here that legitimately cannot donate because they're in a country that doesn't have it available, and it's not fair that they're waiting and other people are lying. There's nothing that bothers me more than dishonesty. I gotta tell you that. That really fucking pisses me off. Because everybody's important. Everybody is. Everybody's question is important. So please don't lie and change your name. Especially when the questions keep cutting, like they're the same. You know, like I've seen it many times. Because the question is the same. And it's not one person that does it. It's a lot of people that have done it. And if you just do it, it's one thing. But if you're doing it to beat out other people that are waiting, that's not fair. Sweet thing, finances. Well, you got the Judgment card right in the middle of the spread. So things should be falling into place for you in a divine way. Or you got the powers that be working for you, not against you. You got the King of Pentacles here. Money should be picking up. You also have the Seven of Cups, which is choices. Now, money may be slow for the next couple of weeks. It may not get better for a while, like maybe not until the fall. But when it picks up, you got the Empress, which is good. Money, love, prosperity. Be careful if you don't want children with that card, because there's always possibility of a child. But I think things start to pick up come the fall, and you'll have choices around money. Lavender. Why is he coming back towards me? He's a Pisces, and we haven't spoken in a while.
No, we don't want to go in here.
And he may want things to move quickly. You haven't heard from him in a while. I'm not seeing love cards here right now, but I think that he may want to kind of pick up where things left off. I don't know if you're going to have it, though. If this is somebody that hurt you, you may not be up for the transformation, and you may pull back. You have a wish around this situation, so put that out into the universe. You can get what you want. I think this person's going to want another chance, but I'm not seeing strong love cards yet. I'm not telling you that they're coming in to use you. I don't see that either, but it looks like they're sort of trying to figure out what they want. New chapter. I've been feeling depressed. What can I expect in the future? Well, you got a couple of things coming in. So out of the blue, when you least expect it, the King of Wands is here, which would be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Feeling like you have the world at your feet. You also have a nice thing that happens around work or money. 6 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords in reverse, and the 3 of Pentacles would be a work relationship that's well-grounded, feeling compensated for your work, paying off a debt that was maybe hanging over your head, and no longer being so worried about money, or less anxiety around money. Wherever you are financially, it would be pushing you to the next level. So I think you have a lot of good things happening here. I don't think that you're going to be feeling depressed for much longer. This phone here is going to die, so let me switch. Let me plug this one in. Hold on a sec. I had to plug this one in, otherwise it's going to die. And it's just so much easier for me to use this phone. Violet, General. So the first thing that you have coming in here is you're being guided by the divine with the Judgment card. So things should be putting you at the right place, or you should find yourself at the right place at the right time. Perseverance is going to get you everywhere. Don't give up on something that you really want. No longer feeling so weighed down by the weight of the world. If you're not with anyone right now, you got a couple of opportunities here for love interest. You have a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. You also have an air sign, a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. If you've been suffering from anxiety, that's moving into the past and your intuition is heightened. Cause for celebration around a love relationship comes in. Maybe it might not happen right away. I mean, this may take a couple of weeks. Jay Allen, how is Grace feeling about me currently? Okay. Feeling spiritually connected to you with the Hierophant. Feeling like you're very well balanced with the Justice card. Thinks that you're fiery, intuitive, kind, down to earth, hardworking, well-grounded. A little bit adventurous, maybe spontaneous too, and very well balanced. Oh no, did this... I keep having to refresh the thing, and then I'm afraid that I'm skipping people. It's like super annoying. TD, how is he feeling about me today? Okay. How's he feeling about me today? He's feeling a strong transformation coming in. Strong transformation coming in around you and him today. Rosie, general for the summer. Balance. Oh, money. Oh, you got a lot of nice things happening this summer. So you have balance coming in, and you have a large sum of money. You also have passion and success coming in. I think this has a lot to do with work. Happy home. So it may be that you're working, changing homes, spending time at your home, redecorating your home, something that happens around the home. It also could be taking a current relationship to the next level. You have an earth sign around you. It's a possible love interest if you're not with anyone right now. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Magician's here. So you can pretty much manifest anything you want when the Magician shows up. Be careful that you focus on what you want and not what you don't want. All right, very interesting that I can't see myself on this phone, but on here I can. Yeah, it's black here for me too, but not on the phone that I'm using. Hang on. Let me try something. How's that? Can you see me now? Oh, I think you could see me now because I could see myself here. I don't know what the hell happened. Let me know if you can see me because now this thing here is blue.
I can't wait for the puppy animals from your book club to show up.
Now the screen is blue like the color of the wig. What the hell is happening? Now it's black again. All right, you guys know what I look like, right? We'll just continue. L. Did they receive the news yet? Okay, let's see. I get a 70% chance, yes, they did receive the news. So if they haven't, it should be coming soon. They should be getting the news soon. What the hell is happening here with this stupid thing?
Doesn't Deborah know that you hate her? Of course. Gotta love Deborah.
Nicole, how many days until I hear from my ex? Could be within the next 9 days. My God, the screen is going nuts. But it's crazy because mine's not. Let me try something else. Hang on. No, that did nothing. This is stupid. Anyway, that's all right.
rubber kind ones, you know?
I have a statue of him.
Nana, general. First card that comes up around you is the Fool, which is good. It's spontaneity, carefree, fun times. It also could be starting a new journey. You also have the Nine of Wands, which is making it to the top of the mountain, feeling like you can breathe a sigh of relief. The world is here at your feet, and you also have the Lover's card, which would be soulmate connection. If you're not with anyone right now, fire sign comes in, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. If you are with someone right now, current relationship may be rekindling. And you may be moving into a really nice, even time, like where you're feeling like things are moving nice and easy on all levels with little effort.
What to expect when you're expecting a new pet. Oh, keep that. We need to get you a crate, treats, potty pad. Oh, Jimmy's little prices. You'll find amazing deals on everything you need for your pet.
TD, general for the week ahead.
Jimmy's gotten used to his whole room smelling like sweaty odors. Yep, he's now nose blind. He thinks it smells fine, but his mom smells this.
Wheel of Fortune, good luck comes in for next week. Three of Cups, you got something to celebrate. Eight of Pentacles, hard work. And I mean, hard work, it could be on anything, but usually this could be deciding to take a course or an apprenticeship, doing something that would push your career forward. Ace of Cups, love comes in if you're not with anyone. If you are with someone, your current relationship rekindles. If you're not with anyone, you also have a hermit. You have a Virgo here. Could be a possible love connection. But that may not happen next week, but it's coming up. And they may come in out of the blue. TD, how's he feeling about me today? He's feeling secure and stable, nurturing, kind. Perseverance comes up. He may be a little bit more persistent in the near future. Perseverance is coming up around him, which is a good thing. New chapter. Yeah, but I can see myself. How could the camera be off? Hang on. Let me see. No, that did nothing. All right, now I'm getting it. No, let's see if that works. I don't know. I have no idea what went on. I don't know. Whatever, it's fine. New chapter, I don't see the question yet. When will I hear from George and how will things go? You can hear from George within the next 9 to 12 days, maybe. Or it also could, well, King of Diamonds. Yeah, I would say before 9 days you should hear from him. Things are going to go just the way they normally go. You'll have a conversation. Things will go back to normal. Things will get back to where they were. Violet. Why have I been feeling anxious lately? Anxiety, if you have no idea, like if you have to give a speech in front of people, you know why you're anxious. You have to take a test, you know why you're anxious. If you have no idea why you're anxious, it's usually psychic energy that you're picking up, or more likely it's somebody else around you that's very anxious and they have a legitimate reason. You're picking up their anxiety. So let's see. I don't think it's yours. I think it's somebody around you. It's very interesting that because that has happened to me for, I mean, it was happening to me for years, and I never realized that it could be somebody else's. Um, They say that people that suffer from depression live in the past and anxiety is fear of the future. But really, we only have this moment now. So there's nothing really to be anxious about, and there's not really anything to be depressed about. We just have right now. Make the most of what it is right now. It's really hard for us, though, because we're human, and the computer is like a mind. It's like a mind. The mind is like a computer. So it starts to try to process things, you know, which is why we relive the same scenario over and over again, because that's what we put out into the universe. So if you're feeling a lot of anxiety and there's no real reason, I think that this time it's somebody else around you who's got something going on, and you're kind of absorbing it.
Why don't you just take a bottle and go? Everybody give them a bottle, anything they want.
You won't take this they're fun people. They can make charming parents, so tell them to like us with their comments and opinions.
Oh, I got to keep refreshing this stupid chat.
Hello, ladies. There's lots of ladies here. Sit down and just talk to people, you know? Don't be afraid to eat eggs in front of everybody.
Is this what you're serving? Don't worry, I'll save your problem.
I don't know what's going on here. I'm looking. Did I get through all of the Did I get through all of the super chats? Let me know if I've skipped anybody. And if I've skipped anyone, and otherwise we'll cut off the super chats. I'll do the moderators. But it's interesting. You know, it's funny. Somebody commented on one of my videos earlier in the week that it kind of fired me up a little bit, because the person was like, "You don't ever show the cards, and we don't know if you're lying to us." In a roundabout way, that's what they said. And I realized I do show the cards. Most of the time I am showing the cards. So anyway, Violet, job, career. Okay. Anyway, it's totally fine if you don't like my channel or you don't agree with what I say. That's fine, then don't watch it, but don't fucking accuse me of lying, because I am not a liar. I wish I was. If I was a liar, I probably would get a lot further in this shitty world. You might have an argument around work. You got the 5 of Wands here. But you also have the Strength card and the Judgment card and the 2 of Wands. So you may be prepared to move forward. There could be another opportunity that is presented to you with the Judgment card that's like being at the right place at the right time. Page of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Cups. A wish could come true around a new business opportunity or new business idea that is well balanced. Well balanced, or you feel like you're being well compensated. 7 of Pentacles can make you feel a little bit like you put in a lot of hard work and you didn't really see much of a payoff, but that's going to be temporary. You got a lot of good opportunities coming in. Inez, what's coming towards me and the Virgo in love? Okay, let's see. Lover's card is in reverse, and the 3 of Cups is here, so I don't know if there's a third party around this situation that might be troublesome. 8 of Wands is also in reverse, which would indicate that things aren't moving forward as fast as you would like them to. However, you're not going to be feeling so burdened by this situation, and there could be some passion that comes in. And you may, at some point, have a connection with this person that's legitimate. It just may take some time. We just may not be there yet. Priscilla, will Ike match with me on Tinder, and will he message me? Okay, let's see. Yes, I think so. You get 70% chance with 2 aces, and you also have the moon. Use your intuition when you deal with him. I think you're gonna get a match. Emma, will Em and I actually get to video chat and a time? Okay. Video chat. I'm only getting a 33% chance that you're going to video chat at this point. So it just we might not be there yet. It may take time. It may not be for another couple of months. There's a 3 around it. It may be like 3 weeks to 3 months from now. Sweet thing. Been playing around with honey jars. Do you see any movement within the next 2 weeks? %70 chance, yes. And that's good because honey jars are usually slow. They're usually very slow. Like honey jars are nice to do over, like I used to do them, and I would, every Friday, I would light another candle and I would just keep it going. Miss Levon, General. Feeling prepared. So you got something nice happening. This could be a new job opportunity or a new career idea, because it's the Page of Pentacles, which tends to be more focused on an idea and being prepared to move forward. It could be something that changes your life quickly, 8 of Wands, and there would be success. So it may be something that like you start like on a whim and turns out to be profitable in the long run. It may be slow and steady, Knight of Pentacles. It also could be something that brings in some financial stability that's long term. Like when that card shows up, it reminds me of like something that you might do on the side that you don't think, like you don't even think about it as a moneymaker. Like, for example, I crocheted hats. Like there was a time we had like a really bad winter. I was home a lot, just crocheting these little hats, and I gave them away as gifts. Possible, turn it into an eBay store, an Etsy store, something like that. So there may be something that you do that you could develop a little side business at you know, that becomes profitable in the long run.
I think it's hilarious that you beat Ray up. Because you're a girl.
Listen, it wasn't easy. And Ray is quite a girl himself.
She's funny. No.
Are you finished sticking your nose into our conversation, or does that thing just get stuck in every conversation?
It doesn't matter if I said his name wrong. The way it was spelt, it's spelt Ike here. I'll tell you how it was spelt. It doesn't matter because it's a yes or no question. It was spelled E-I-C-H. But it's all right because it's a yes or no question. E-I-C-H. Match with me on Tinder.
I'm just gonna go.
You see, Deborah, this is what happens when you let people get hungry.
That's all right about Godspeed, Peggy.
Hey, you don't care about Peter. You just want to go visit your folks.
Did I make it through the super chats? Anybody know?
You want another soldier in the fight against your enemy.
Who's that?
And then I will do the moderators, and while I wait for the moderators, I'll go back up to the top. Sonia, what should I know about my aunt, my father's sister, Nadia? I meant that I want to shed light on her true intentions towards my family, good or bad. Okay. Well, I hate to say this. If you're even asking about her, you must feel somewhere that you have some idea that her intentions are not pure, because you wouldn't be asking about her otherwise. So when that comes up, I would always tell you to listen to your gut, because it's very rare that your gut is wrong. If you feel like somebody's intentions are poor, they probably are. But let's see what the cards have to say. Well, you know what's going to happen? Fool here is in reverse, which means she's going to do or say something that is going to expose who she really is, that she won't be able to take back. So someone like this, now there's anxiety around her. It's like she's slow and steady, feeling a little bit ungrounded, a little upside down. Things don't move forward for her fast. She's probably her own worst enemy. So somebody like this could hide who they are for a really long time and get away with it. But then what happens is they start to expose themselves without even realizing it. Like they may be in a situation where like things slip. Like Fool in reverse is slipping and you can't take it back. It's like, you know, like you can't, it's like letting the cat out of the bag. So she's going to do or say something that will expose who she is. And it may be the kind of thing that starts to get exposed over time, but people start to see it. And I would definitely be careful around her, because you're already feeling it. 9 of Swords is here, which would indicate that there's anxiety around the situation. And the Fool in reverse, I have every bit of faith in she's going to do herself in. And that's a lot of times what happens to people who have bad intentions. You know, it's one thing if you intend to help somebody and your intentions are good, like you may not always be able to help them, but your intentions are good. You want to help them. If your intentions are to help somebody because I like, there's just like people with bad intentions. Like, I don't know, like you want to help them because you want notoriety, say, or you want like public recognition. Like that's going to start to get exposed, and people are going to start to see, oh, so-and-so only does things because she wants people to know that she's like a wonderful person. Wonderful people don't need to be told, you know, like we don't need to praise them. They already know who they are. This woman is going to, it's the whole thing is going to unravel, and she's going to do it to herself. Vicky, oh, my YouTube, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Vicky, is there anything going on between Richard and Sarah? Okay, let's see. Yeah, there is 70% chance with 2 aces, but also the Empress is here. I would say there is something going on with the 2 of them. Universe, okay. Oh, I'm not done yet with the super chats? So universe, like here's the thing. Like say for example, I skip a super chat. Instead of somebody writing, I was skipped, because it just blows up the thing, you know? So instead, just send the question with the purple heart. And this way, when I see the purple heart, I'll know that for whatever reason I skipped over them. It tends to happen when people don't put their questions in the bubble and I have to go looking for them. A lot of times that's when I skip someone, because then I just continue and I don't forget to go back up and look. Same thing with the blue hearts are for the PayPal people, green hearts for new people. And I would try to refrain from emojis from everyone else because I go in order. So if I skip somebody and they just do it once with a purple heart, I only need to see it once. If you keep sending the same thing, it's just gonna, you know, like I'm gonna answer it when I see it here. It doesn't have to keep coming up down here, because like this is what I'm following. You see what I mean? So it, to me, unless your question has disappeared, I would say not to repost it, because you can repost it 75 times, but I'm only going to read it. I'm not going to see it until I see it the first time. So I don't need to see it again.
No, baby, listen. If you want to get a facial with the nails, I have this great place. Yes, I have
Yeah, because that's what happens. Like sometimes people will be like, I was skipped. Meanwhile, I'm like, don't say you were skipped. Just send it with the purple hearts. It just saves me. Like it saves questions from disappearing at the top. This here may need to be refreshed again. This is like so super annoying. Okay, here we go. Oh, I do have some more super chats. Okay, so I have here Priscilla. Love reading for the next 2 months. Okay, there may be an argument that leads to a tower moment, or this could have happened already and it's moving into the past. Moving forward, you have a Leo that comes in, you have all 10 cups being full, and spontaneity, feeling here like you have good fortune. The only thing that's a little bit questionable is judgment is in reverse, which means the timing may not be so great. You also have an Aquarius coming in that could bring with him a lot of happiness. If it's not a love relationship, Aquarians make great friends. It would be somebody who would be really trustworthy and somebody who you would have a great connection with, even if it wasn't a romantic connection. Choices. So there's going to be much more than just one person around you. You have another fire sign. So there's the Leo, but now there could be another Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius that comes in. And it looks like you're not holding yourself back. You may be exploring, seeing what's out there. Celebration around love. A new beginning around love. And a wish around love. So I would, you're feeling prepared here. Whoever shows up, I would give them a chance. And I think that that's what you're going to do. I think you're exploring. I think you're moving into a time where you're going to be exploring and you're going to have a couple of different opportunities. That Aquarius may just be a friend. It also could be someone that enters as a friend, and Aquarians usually do start off as a friend and then down the road turn into something else. But either way, I think you're going to have some nice choices, probably between now and the end of the summer, not just over the next 2 weeks. But there's there's a lot of traffic coming in.
Your pizza stays untouched from here to your table. Use contactless carryout to get free topping pizzas on any of Domino's five breasts for just $7.99 each.
Let's take a back. Before you take anything, I recommend stop with the labels first. Salon Pass Lidocaine Patch blocks pain receptors for effective non-addictive relief. Salon Pass Lidocaine Patch, roll-on, or cream.
How are we doing with the super chats? Did I finish them?
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious infections in blood clots sometimes fatal have occurred, as have certain cancers, including lymphoma, and tears in the stomach or intestines, and changes in
No, I still have more. Okay, I don't see them, so send them with the purple hearts. Priscilla Ellen was the last one that I saw.
Make it your mission. If you can't afford any medicine, Alfie may be able to help. When managing diabetes, you can't always stop from finger stick. With the Freestyle Libre 14-day system, continuous glucose monitor, you don't have to. With a painless 1-second scan, you can check your glucose with a smartphone or reader, so you can stay in the moment, no matter where you are or what you're doing. Ask your doctor for a prescription for the Freestyle Libre 14-day system. You can do it without finger sticks. Learn more at freestylelibre.us.
Anybody know who the people that were missed were? Because I'll post it in the community page and I'll have them write their questions there. Stephanie, is he having sex with other women? Yeah, I think he is. You got 3 aces, which would be that he's at least had sex with somebody else.
There is no letter, is there? Yes, there is. I put it right here.
Sweet Thing, Sister Moon, and okay, I'll post it in the community place. Stephanie, I feel very heavy and anxious, and I don't know what to do. You know what? I would stay away from him a little bit because you got here the 10 of Swords and Lovers in reverse. I think if you distance yourself from him a little bit, you'll get some perspective and you may feel a little bit differently after a few days. Let me just take a screenshot of this here so that I remember who it was. Oh, man. There we go. All right. I'll post it in the community page. Stephanie, was it Erica or someone else or both? Okay. Was it Erica? I don't think it was Erica. I didn't get any aces around Erica. None.
Isn't that sweet? You know, Raymond's loved that Muhammad Ali ever since I can remember. I threw it out. What? I threw the letter
All right, so moderators. I'll do the moderators, and then I'll be back on tonight about 9:30. Who's here? Zara, Brandy, and Mel.
Robert's gonna be upset too.
This letter was in a white envelope. What?
Something I gotta tell you.
What?
I threw out your Muhammad Ali letter.
Zara, what is Themis going to do next with me? Okay.
Debbie said to me that it was in the drawer and I... The truck came already.
Oh, man. First card. He may be trying to get back with you. Hangman is in reverse. Things can move forward quickly, but you got the 9 of Wands in reverse. I'm telling you, I think when this guy comes back, you're not going to think he's that great. And you may be like on to somebody else at that point. You may be like, this isn't what, it used to be. That happens a lot. Brandy, what kind of terror moment will Deverick and Tiffany have?
It breaks my heart to believe. And if there's anything,
Somebody is holding themselves back. Somebody else is not like putting in any time and effort. And there's a tower movement around them that could be pretty explosive. Like somebody is almost like null and void. Like they're not participating in the relationship and the other person feels that way. I don't think it's going to be good. They could go back and forth a little bit, but I think overall it's not a great relationship. Mel, updated love reading. Yeah, he's a pain in the ass. Okay, you got a Cancer here. That's the first card that shows up, the Chariot. You also have the happy home coming in around and a love cup being full, a new opportunity, or love is being presented, and it's something that's legitimate. It could be with the Cancer, could be very passionate too. Use your intuition. Your intuition is heightened, and this person may come in out of the blue. You're not holding yourself back. You got somebody from your past coming back, Six of Cups. There's a Capricorn here now too. You have a Leo here. Damn, you got a lot. There's an air sign, Leo, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. It may be an Aquarius. The Wheel of Fortune. Things could move forward quickly for you. It looks like you're going to have a lot of opportunities with different types. Like a Leo would be pretty much different from an Aquarius, but it's going to be your decision in what direction that you want to take it. Things could move forward and change for you really fast, but there's opportunity for the happy home, love cup being full, life moving forward, a lot of passion being around the situation. It looks like a good time. You know, it's almost like you set your standards high and then somebody comes in and rises to meet them. You know, it's the kind of thing where you're like, no, I'm not dealing with that. I've dealt with it before. No, I'm not dealing with that anymore. I've dealt with it before. And somebody actually rises up to be the person that you need them to be in order for you to decide to get into a relationship with them. So I think that it's a good thing that you stand your ground. All right, I'm going to go for a little while, take a break, and I'll be back about 9:30. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye-bye. Thanks, and bye-bye. Oh, and I'm going to post for those people that I missed. Maybe they'll send me their questions, and I'll do them before 9:30. All right, I'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye.